Today I'm going to show you how to change the thumbsticks on your Xbox controller. So as you can see, this one is pretty worn out. Now rather than going out and buying a new controller or new thumbsticks, what we're going to do is we're going to take it off an older one here. So we've one good one left on this, and we're going to take that off and replace it. So if you're not fussy about the colour, it'll just make life a bit easier for you. And the tool you're going to need is a little small, it's this little special tool. It's a T8 size tool, and what we're going to do is use that to take the screws off the back, and we'll see how that goes. So we start by removing the side pieces of the older controller. So we just pull them off. They're quite stiff, quite hard to get off, so they need a good pull. You might need a little bit of help, so not to damage your hands. That's difficult enough. There we go. Now, once we have that off, you'll find there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. Okay. We use our special tool, our T8 tool here. Get this in any little hardware DIY store. We're going to undo all the screws. So I have 4 of them taken out just to speed up the process, and this is on the old one. Okay, so what this will allow us to do is remove the back off the controller. Okay, and that's what's inside your Xbox controller, as you can see there yourself. And what we're going to do is flip it over, take the front panel off. Okay, because what we want is this. This is our thumbstick, and that's what's underneath. Okay, so there's our thumbstick, and we're just going to give it a little clean. It's quite dirty, so just a little rub with a wipe or tissue, whatever you want, like so. Just get any excess dirt off. So it's just a simple process. So this will take a bit of time. You just have to bear with it, but it'll save you some money in the long run. Okay, so there we have it. That's our new thumbstick, and that is going to go on there. Okay, so we'll just be replacing that one. So now we've got to do our little, put this back together as best we can. For now, again, this one is only for parts, so we just put it back together quite quickly. Put it to one side. And then we've got to do the same with the controller we want to replace the part on. So take off the battery pack first, make sure that's off. Then we got to force out the sides, like so. And with this done, you'll see that there can be a lot of dirt in behind these pieces sometimes. This one isn't too bad, there's a little bit up the top. Again, you can give that a bit of a clean. And do the same here. This one out. Some of them are easy and some of them aren't so easy. Again, there's a little bit of dirt up here. You can see that there. This one now, because we have never done it before, we have our screws, our 5 screws. And the other thing you need to do is peel off the warranty sticker. And these controllers don't have a very long warranty anyway, but we peel the warranty sticker off. Again, it doesn't matter at this stage if it gets damaged because it's out of warranty, this one, because they've hidden the screw underneath the warranty sticker, as you see there. There's our screw there. Okay, so now we're going to start by removing our 5 screws on our controller. We're going to replace the thumbstick on. So be careful not to lose these little screws. So we'll loosen them all. Some of them are awkward enough, and some of them can be quite tight, but just bear with it. And just keep screwing away, like so. Same on the other side. So you want to allow yourself 15-20 minutes to get this the way you want it. And when you take off the back and the front, you can see then if it needs to be cleaned inside, because the dust builds up over time. There's more dust there. Builds up over time on the components and can affect the buttons. So just keep screwing away. We nearly have it there now, I think. So we'll just check and make sure that they're all loose. Still a little bit to go. Okay, our middle one still needs another bit. The middle one generally holds it all together. That's probably the most important one. Okay, so yeah, because this is going back together, we have to be a bit more careful with it. Don't want to damage any parts. So there we go. So we lift it off, place it down. There are controllers there. So what we want to do is flip the whole thing over, and if we try and hold it together while we do that, like so, and then we're going to remove the top case, and then we're just gently going to pry off our broken thumbstick, and we're going to replace it with our new one. We're just lucky these are nearly the same colour. If you're not fussy, it doesn't matter. Okay, so we have that back on. Not too much dirt, everything seems pretty good. And we put our top cover back on. Then we gently turn our whole unit over again, like so. Then we get our back piece. Okay, we'll take this off completely because it becomes a bit of a nuisance. Okay, there's our most important screw, the middle one. I'm going to place this back on, and we want to try and get this back in underneath, like so. Okay, better off taking all the screws out. So there's none of them catching. So again, make sure our front cover's on okay, which it is. We need to put our back cover on. Now, the other thing you want to be careful of is make sure that your battery connectors are inside this slot here. So we need to get them in there, like so. That should sit in. Then we get our middle screw first. This should tighten the whole thing together and make it easy to get the next screws in. Screw that guy in first. Then we get our other screws, place them in the corners. Third screw. So yeah, it takes a bit of time, but once they're all back in, you'll be delighted that your controller is workable again, because it is very annoying when your thumbstick starts to come apart on you, especially when you're really getting into the action in the game. Okay, then one more screw. There we go. So that's our final screw gone in. Like so. Just double check they're all nice and tight. Not over tight, just gentle hand tight. This one has come a little bit. Okay, and then this one. There we go. Now we need to put our thumbs back on. Make sure we put them back on the right side, it'd be a good idea. So they just click back in. And it just clicks back in there. And we put our battery pack back in. Again, that's why it was important to make sure that these two here were inside the plastic panel. Because if you have one of these. Okay. So now, if you notice, we have our thumbsticks working perfectly back together. And our batteries pack is in correctly, so everything is working fine. So we're back in action. Took a few minutes, but it's well worth it. Thank you.